Welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to count occurrences in Microsoft Excel, or to put it in other words, how to use the COUNTIF formula. This will only be a basic introduction, but hopefully it will give you enough information to be able to do what you're looking to do. So to start with, I'm going to show you using this example that I've made here on the left. I've pretended to ask so many people their favourite fruit, and let's imagine these were the answers that were given. And so we're going to first of all find how many apples were chosen as favourite fruits. So to do this, we're going to have to create a formula that looks through this data here and basically tallies the number of time apples is presented. So to do this, we'll go into this box here and we'll put in equals and then count if, and then as always we want to open brackets. And then you can see we've got two bits of data that we need to put into this formula for it to work properly. So we've got the range, which is quite self-explanatory. It's just all of the data. So we'll highlight cells F4 down to F46, which is all of the data there. And then hit comma. And then for the second part, it's asking for criteria. And so for this, because we're looking for the number of apples chosen, we're just going to put in speech marks apples, and then another speech marks to close it, and then to close it with a bracket as well. Hit enter and it'll tally 11, so apples were the chosen favourite fruit 11 times from this data. Now, disadvantages of using this, obviously if we've misspelled apples, for example if we put two S's on the end of that, it will drop down to 10 when really it should be 11. But that's the basic principle, so we'll move on to this one now. So if maybe you want to do this one first before I do, you can see that it's pretty much the same as the one above. Again, we put equals count if, open the bracket as always, select the range, and then hit comma, and then this time speech marks, grapes inside of it, and then close bracket, and we get 4. So that's a simple example. Now we can do something slightly different with this depending on the data you've got. So if we use the next example here, we've got number of employees at certain businesses, for example in a town or something. I've just made it up, but this time we want to know how many businesses have over 1,000 employees. So to do this, we do equals count if again, hit open brackets, select the range as we would always, hit comma. This time for the criteria, we need to hit speech marks, but then hit the greater than symbol, and then 1,000 as you'd expect. Hit speech marks again, and then close the bracket to get 4. So 4 companies on this list have over 1,000 employees. Now I deliberately put this question next. How many businesses have 1,000 or more employees? Now that might be more of a typical question to ask, or typical data that you would like to get from this list. So it's going to be a different answer to this because there's one here with 1,000 in F90. So it's the exact same starting point as before. We put equals count if, hit open bracket, select the same range, hit a comma again, but this time we're going to do greater than or equal to 1,000, hit speech marks and close bracket. And you can see it's now included this one here with 1,000, so it's given 5 as the answer. If you want to have a go at this one before I do, you can do. We're looking to find the number of businesses that have fewer than 100 employees this time. So as always, equals count if to start, open bracket, select the range, comma, speech marks, this time the fewer than symbol, 100, speech marks and close bracket, and 27 businesses have less than 100 employees from this data. And again, maybe a different way of looking at things, how many businesses have 50 or fewer employees? So equals count if, open bracket, select the range, hit comma, speech marks again, fewer than or equal to 50. speech marks and close bracket. And 23 businesses have 50 or fewer employees. And that is a basic introduction to the COUNTIF formula. You can probably imagine that there's a few different ways you can use the criteria section of the formula to get the data that you'd want, but hopefully from these two examples you've got a good idea on how you could do that with the data that you have. Hopefully you found the video helpful. If you did, remember to leave a like, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video.